Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being...
Oh, look out! And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Comes out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Running through contact. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. All the way out to the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 15. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness. And never question that. Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. But they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Trying to find his man on first down. Throwing right. He makes the catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his man enough for the first. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to the ground game on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Edwards. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. And he intercepts it. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the running back. And he's running in the open. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Billman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Just destroying his way through the field. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury for defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to the big tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And a good, solid pickup for the defense. Cuts him down.
Yeah, these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback will audible. On second down, just keeps firing. He finds his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners!
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
On the run from inside his own 5. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean,
off he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Memphis is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. At the 35, he's loose. He's off to the races. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
it's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, and sometimes...
Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown Sooners. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Working on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass cut.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. They're trying to get to it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. 1 more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the 1st half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They run the reverse. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice change-up play on offense there on that 3rd down. Going with the jet sweep to keep this drive alive.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Running for it on fourth down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air, it's Edwards. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Fires downfield. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The expressway is wide open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Line gets set, first down. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And that is his fifth interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Feeling. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Edwards. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and gone.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 70, Oklahoma 28.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. Hard running there. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the handoff. And the Sooners get it past the sticks.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. Now adjusting. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got it on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking for an open man on second down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Looking for space. It's Thuney. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The Sooners will call on their punt team. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going downfield for the big play. He caught it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over North Texas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the tailback. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Now on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll leave it with him. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. On the move, it's Fooney. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrying.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is